Hello there, and welcome back to Pallegney. We're up bright and early on this May morning because we have a very low bank balance and I want to make the most of the day completing contracts to bring that up a little bit. Before we do that, I want to take a quick look at our animals and productions, and then also our own fields, the ones that we planted in March and April, just to see if they need any kind of further prep ready for their summer harvest. So let's start off with our animals. What do we have here? Chickens look okay. They've produced 1,000 eggs overnight. We've got plenty of grain left, so that's good. And then our productions, how are they doing? We've got a little surplus of flour in the bakery, so that's nice. And we've got plenty of wheat in the grain mill. It looks like the grain mill's still outproducing the bakery, which is good. So it means that the bakery isn't wasting money waiting for its input because it now has an increased output. So we are also all good there. Okay, let's take a look at our fields. Go over here. So our two fields, number 15 over here, that's got weeds in it, so that needs taken care of. Number 17, that's got a lot of weeds in it, so that needs to be taken care of. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to rent a sprayer with spot spraying enabled. And we're going to take care of our weeds first of all. So we go down to sprayers. I think I'm probably going to stick with the Kubota just because it's the cheapest. Yeah, it does look to be the cheapest out of everything. And cheap is what we need right now. So we'll stick with the 18 meter working width. I will get the spot spraying. I know it's a huge add-on, more than doubling the price, but it's worthwhile for our environmental score and also for using hardly any pesticide to kill the weeds. Okay, so we're going to rent this for 3,340. And let's head over to the vehicle store and pick it up. Wait, over the fence. Oh, wait, onto the fence this morning. Doing a little bit of parkour there. Okay. Let's head over to the store in our little Massey Ferguson workhorse. And I will see you over at the first field. Okay, so we are approaching our large sorghum field with the Kubota sprayer. We've got the rest of the herbicide that was left in the store from the previous time we rented the sprayer. So there's only 200 litres here. But if I remember last time, we did all three of our fields that needed doing with about 130 litres. So I'm thinking that this might well be enough. Let's get ourselves lined up with the edge of the field and we will see. Okay. Here we go. So, yep, we are just spraying where weeds are being spotted, so just the necessary amount of herbicide is being used. This is going to be really good for our environmental score. I know our environmental score got a very big boost last time we did this. We got to the point where it had almost perfect. I think we had 92 out of 100. And that in turn obviously gives us an income boost for everything we sell. I think it's currently at about 13%. It may have dropped a little bit with the two new fields that we bought. And I think I'll get the rest of this field done and the other field on a time lapse, and I will rejoin you once we are complete. I have just driven onto and ruined my own field because I didn't realise that it was at the growth stage where I'm able to destroy the crops. So that wasn't the best idea. Yeah, well, I'm not going to reload the game because that was a genuine mistake. I'm just going to have to suck it up. So I guess we don't need to spray. Well, we can't spray. We do need to spray that field, but we can't spray that field. Well, that's good to know. Let's take a look at the crop calendar. Okay, so yeah, we planted it in March, and it's ready for harvesting in 2 months. Wow, oat grows really quickly. Okay, well, we know that for the future. That we have to spray and fertilize oats in the month after we plant them because they grow quickly enough that leaving it 2 months means that we destroy them with the tractor. I could of course buy narrow wheels for the tractor, but our bank balance probably doesn't think that's a good idea right now. Anyways, the big field that we just sprayed with herbicide, it only used 59 litres, so the spot sprayer definitely doing its job there. I'll drop the rest off here. I'll return the sprayer, and then let's take a look at which contracts we're going to do. So we have big field 87, that will yield us 12,000 euros. 92, that's 1.41 acres. Thinking now that we have a bale spike for our small tractor, we actually don't need to use those manual bale grabs, so we can rent the tools to mow and everything else, but we can use our own baler to bale, and we can use our own trailer, and we can also use our own bale spike on our small tractor to pick up the bales. So these contracts now be a little more appealing to us depending on the mower that we have. There's a good thing about these contracts is they offer a high price for a relatively small field. The difficulty being that you have to use those silly little bale grabs to pick up the bales, which isn't ideal. So we could consider these two. So let's take a look. Let's turn on the details and let's head over to the map and see exactly what needs doing. So a lot of them are up here: 95, 94, 95, 96, 92, 92. So all of these fields around here need doing. And then 87, we're familiar with this field. We could do that. It just seems a bit repetitive, and also I would rather do the fields where there is tedding involved so that we get some excess hay. So what I think I might do is the biggest contract first of all, and then we'll see where we're at once we've done that. So field 96, I'm going to borrow the equipment and we can head over to the vehicle store. Okay, so last month I was talking a little bit about contracts and the kind of ground rules I've set up when it comes to borrowing equipment and AI workers. One clarification I would like to make with that is that if I'm doing a contract where there are multiple tools and multiple tractors involved, I can borrow the tools and use an AI worker, but only if I'm working on that same contract at the same time. So for these grass mowing contracts, I am allowed to borrow the tools and use AI workers, but only if I'm working in the field at the same time. So for example, I can't borrow the equipment for this contract I've just accepted, set an AI worker loose, and then borrow equipment for another field. I have to be working on the field at the same time. Anyways, with that clarified, let's grab our trailer here. I really should get this lime out of the way, or whatever it is, fertilizer, isn't it? Right, let's grab our trailer. And we will send this worker over to field 96. It's an interesting shape field. Let's see if our worker is okay parking here. No, apparently not. You don't want to park in the forest. Okay, well, How about here? Nope. How about here then? Nope. Wow. Stubborn worker. Doesn't want to do anything today. Alright, let's try me getting the worker out on the road. See if he's a bit more willing to do some work. You know, the thing we're hiring them for. Let's try again. No, doesn't want to play. Maybe I need to send him up here. There we go. I think the bottom of the field that we're doing is actually here. Ah, I see, there's a fence there. That's why we couldn't access it from the bottom. I thought it was just the drivers being difficult. I would definitely try and sneak into that little piece of the field, but I guess that's why the fence there, to stop sneaky people like me. Alright, let's mow this field. Not sure that getting an AI worker to TED this field is going to be that useful, given that the railway line goes over the top of it. I know when I tried to get them to do the other field, they got confused, they got stuck because of the objects in the middle of the field, so this might be a job that we end up doing without the assistance of AI, but that's okay. Plenty of time, we have all day, so we will just buzz around the field ourselves. And it's not a particularly big field. I'll put this on a time lapse and I'll be back with you in a little bit. See you soon. Okay, so we are nearing the end of drying the grass in this field. Went round with the mower and the tedder's making really light work of drying. So all in all, we're making really good progress here. Need to jump in with the windrower once we have finished drying. We'll quickly go around with that, and then we'll go around with the baler, and then we'll get the bales picked up and loaded onto our trailer there. Okay, so that's the drying complete. Let's get that folded up, and I will ditch the tedder just in the corner over here, not in the fence, next to the fence. There we go. And let's grab the windrower. So I don't see this taking very long because it looks like a windrow with a semi-decent width. By the looks of it, it looks like it's center windrowing, which is just perfect. So let us get lined up and we will continue. I think the first stage of mowing was probably the slowest part of this contract because we didn't have a very wide combined working width between the two mowers we had. So I think the rest of this should go pretty smoothly. Okay, I will hand you back over to the music and time lapse, and I'll come back to you once we have the bales collected and we're over at the animal dealer. Okay, so we have dried all of the grass, we've windrowed it, and we're just coming towards the end of baling it. Don't know how many bales we've got. I think a few is a safe assumption to make. I probably could go around the field and make up the rest of this last bale, but not sure if I can be bothered. Let's see. 67%. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. We'll just switch the baler off, pick up the pickup, eject the bales. Let's get our baler off the field, and then we can go around and collect the bales. Alright, I'm going to start down the bottom of the field here. It looks like there's around 12 in the field. Seems like a pretty decent estimate. So let's leave the trailer here and we will get started. I will join you back once we have the trailer loaded. Okay, so we've delivered 8 bales to the animal dealer, and we have in fact completed that contract. So the rest of the bales in this field are ours. Now, how many do we have? Let's just dive back in this little side road here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? We've got 8 bales there. Perfect ammo for the pellet maker. But rather than take these back to our field right now, let's see what other contracts we can do. So let's go up to our map. So we're down here, field 96. We could do the field next door, 94, or we could do field 95. Field 95 looks like it might be a good candidate because it's got some nice square edges. It doesn't have obstacles going through it. So let's take a look at number 95. I think this is a good candidate. The only thing I don't like about it is the mower looks a little weak. What else has come in? Anything else interesting? No, there's lots of fertilizing contracts there. Yeah, the only thing I don't like about that is that mower looks like it's going to take absolutely forever. I really do wish you could see more details on the equipment they're offering to lend you, because that just looks like a front-mounted mower that would take forever to mow the grass. I mean, I could do this and rent a mower for a couple of thousand. Let's see. Well, you know what? I'm going to take it. I'll borrow the tools and we will figure this out. So field 95 is that one just ahead of us there. So let's park our tractor off to the side. We'll switch off the engine. Don't need that for now. We don't need that. Okay, what is this? This is a front-mounted mower, isn't it? I don't know what this is. This is an unusual shaped tractor, to say the least. Looks more like a toy to me. I don't know. Anyways, so I will rent another mower. Let's go with this Kuhn mower. That'll make light work of the grass. It's only 25,000, 1275. I think that's worth it. Considering that we'll be getting a ton of our own bales out of this, I think this is worthwhile. And I'm not going to complete the other contract yet because my goal, actually, what I could do. Let's see. So this is active. So we have to deliver 13 4K bales. So what we could do is 13 is 7 8K bales. So the other bales that are on the other field, we could go and deliver them now, complete that contract, and then all of the grass that we mow and ted from that contract we've just accepted will be ours. That sounds like a really good idea. So once I get back over to the field with this, that's what I'm going to do. So I've collected the rest of the bales off of the first field. There were 8 in total, so I've loaded 7 of them up and I'm at the animal dealer. And if my calculations are correct, delivering these 7 bales will complete the delivery aspect of this second contract, which it has done. You can see 100% delivered. Now we just have to go back over to the field and mow, dry, bale the rest of the grass, and it's all ours to keep. So I'll see you over there. So as I thought, this little go-kart tractor doesn't have the engine power to run both mowers, so I'm going to have to do the mowing with my big tractor. I might be able to do it with the small tractor, but I've sent the small tractor over to the store to pick up some equipment. So we'll do it with the monster tractor. All of the bales we get from this field belong to us, and so I'm going to make sure I mow the field as thoroughly as I possibly can. I don't anticipate this to take too long. I definitely think it was a good idea to rent the extra mower, because going up and down this field with just that front mower would have been slightly painful, to say the least. In fact, I think, yeah, to say it would have been slightly painful is a little bit of an underestimate. Now, the completion of this contract should see us good for May, and then we can look forward to harvesting our barley in June. Really looking forward to Let's fire our little tractor up and we'll start windrowing while the big tractor is mowing the grass. As mentioned, because I am actually working in this field, I am allowed to use an AI worker to do this. So I'll go around the headland and then I'll put the tedding on a worker and then I'll take care of the windrowing. Okay, so we are well on our way with the baling. As you can see, or as you probably saw, I also rented a windrower because the one supplied with the contract was absolutely horrendous and I didn't want to use it. So I spent another what was it, $1,000 I think or so just renting a windrower to make the rest of the job more manageable. I think it was worth spending the extra money to get the rows windrowed into somewhat larger rows for our massive baler to be able to handle more efficiently. How many bales we got so far, I'm not actually sure. Let's take a quick look when we get to the end of this row. We've got a little bit more hay in here as well. So how many bales have we got so far? 5, 6, 7 or so. We've still got 3, 4 more passes to do, so we're going to get a decent amount of bales for ourselves from this field. Okay, back to the time lapse. I'll get the rest of this hay picked up. I'll get it stacked onto our trailer and I'll come back with you shortly. Don't you just love it when you work in overcast conditions all day and the sun comes out in the evening, just to kind of, almost as if to thank you for your hard work for the day. It's always a nice pleasant end to a hard day in the fields. Okay, so we are done here. We've got 12 bales on our trailer. We've got one extra bale over here from the other field. So that makes 13 bales in total that we have scored from today's hard work. Okay, so we are approaching our farm. Oh, and look what I just spotted on the back of the baler there. That's an extra bale. So that's quite handy. So it was 14 extra bales, not 13. Well, the more the better. Let's get these stacked away. I think what I'll do is I may as well stack these off camera, and I think this is a great place to end the episode. So as always, appreciate you watching. I do hope you're enjoying following along as we're building out our farm here in Pallegney. If you are, please do consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel. Trying to build up my subscriber count here to make this series worthwhile continuing. So just hit the subscribe button if you're enjoying what you're seeing so far. I'd really appreciate it. Anyways, I do hope to see you next time in the next episode. Take care for now. Bye.